All right, welcome to our new tutorial on the woman elasticated shorts. So before printing, I'm just gonna show you how basically I would choose sizes. You would go under this panel here and select the sizes that you want. I'm gonna be making a small, so I'm just gonna uncheck all the other sizes. And as you can see here, only the small lines are left now. If I was to put them back on, see, medium is popping back up. Let's open large, and large is popping back. Gonna close them off one more time, and now I have only the small lines showing. Always leave this panel open, and then I'm just gonna quickly print. All pages, custom scale 100%, and print. Okay, now that your papers are printed out, all you need to do is to cut some edges, stick them together till you have your finished pieces. All right, now that we have these pieces cut out, they also went ahead and cut my 4 centimeter wide elastic band. I did a 26.5. I just followed this rule here because the small was 26, so I just added 0.5 inch to my waistband. Now what you need to do is cut all of these pattern pieces out of your fabric. All right, now that our fabric are cut, all you need to do is to make sure you mark the wrong side from the right side. So the X in blue is the wrong side. So you can see I added everywhere, and make sure you transfer these lines onto the correct pattern piece. So what I just did is add 2 blue dots indicating me where I need to place my pockets. So let's take all of these pieces directly to the sewing machine. Actually, before we go to the sewing machine, let me show you. This is the right side of the back. Facing with it, we have the pocket, and we're just gonna do the same for all the main pieces. So the front, back pockets are right side facing with the right side of your panel. What you're gonna do is sew a 1 centimeter line from the very top of the pocket to the very end of the pocket. All right, so now you should basically pull the pockets on the outside, and what you're gonna do is top stitch a 0.4 centimeter line on all 4 pockets from the right side. So I'm just gonna stretch my fabric a little bit and place the edge of my foot against the edge of that seam line. Again, this is the right side, and I'm just gonna stitch. Alright, so as you can see, I'm done with top stitching the pockets in place. We have the back and the front, top stitch on all 4 pieces. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the back pocket that we're going to place right here. So here is the piece that we need to work with right now. This is the back pocket. This is the wrong side, so I'm just gonna fold twice towards the inside. I do it by with my eyes, but you can definitely measure 2 centimeter in twice, just like that. So I'm doing on the spot. As you can see, it's very straight, so I'm gonna go ahead and start stitching a top stitch line. Okay, and as we can see from the right side, this is the top of the pocket. Now what I'm gonna do is fold the remaining edges towards the wrong side 1 centimeter in. Okay, now this part, just gonna fold like that. Create a nice sharp corner, as you can see. Repeat the same thing on the other side. Looking, is it the same? Almost, yeah, this looks good. Fold and crease. And we should now have our pocket. Okay, so this is the back piece, and I'm just gonna find my 2 dots that I marked earlier and place the corners of my pockets directly on them. And just like that, I'm going to start at the very edge and top stitch all the way around the pocket. Alright, now that I'm done with the top stitch, what I'm gonna do is gently lift, do 1, 2, and then do my second line. Alright, so as you can see, I'm done installing my back pockets. I did 2 stitch line, but you can definitely just do 1 if that's something you would prefer. Now, let's assemble the shorts. Alright, to start assembling the short, what we're gonna do next is take the 2 front pieces, align them right side on right side, so you should see the other side of the seam right here. And we're gonna start by sewing a 1 centimeter line down this edge, following the curve till the very end. Make sure that both fabrics are perfectly aligned. Alright, so now that we have this edge sewn, what I'm gonna do is clip a little bit without, of course, cutting the seam allowance. Here you go. And I'm going to open. And directly when opening, you should directly see the fly, or the mock fly as people call it, is this little piece here. It's like where you would place a zipper normally, but in this case there's no zipper. And what we're gonna do is take the front notch, the first notch, and match it with the other first notch. And just like that, we're going to pleat and turn. So once we turn, we can see the mock fly is laid down flat. And what I'm gonna do is, starting from here, I don't know if you can see, I'm gonna start a line, round it up, and go all the way to the very top. Okay, I'm just gonna go like that, tilt. And go all the way up. Okay, now let's take a look at the front. It is very normal that it starts a little larger here and is a little narrower towards the top, because in the end we're going to fold this twice. So you're gonna see, but trust the process. This looks good. Make sure you come back a little bit over here so that your pants are your shorts are very solid. But this is what it looks like. Now what we're going to do is jump on the back. Again, right side on right side, we're going to sew all the way from the bottom of this edge to the very top. Now that you're done, you can just snip a little bit on that curve and open up this seam. Alright, so here's the back. What I mean by opening up the seam is just making sure it's pressed flat so that when you sew, you can align edges together. Now what we're going to do is take the back and place it on top of the front, right sides facing each other. Okay, so now that they're right side on right side, what we're going to do is start from the top, so at 1 centimeter, go down, sew 1 centimeter past this first line over here, and then 1 centimeter like that, go up 1 centimeter here, come back, and go all the way down. All right, so here you go. I've assembled the front and the back. 1 centimeter, went down this line, followed the pocket all the way around, came back here and went to the very edge. I did the same thing on the other side, as you can see. And now what I'm going to do is assemble the crotch area. All right, to do that, it's very simple. You just take the front and the back, start a 1 centimeter line, and make sure that both seams are connected 1 centimeter over that, and go on the other side 1 centimeter. So basically you're doing a big loop. Well, not really a loop, but a semicircle, if you know what I mean. Here we go. All right, so right now what I'm doing is flipping the shorts inside out so that you can see what we've accomplished so far. Now what we're gonna do, if you want, you can do it now or later. We're just gonna hem the bottom of each leg. What I'm gonna do is 1 centimeter in twice and stitch a line right here. You can do 1 line or you can do 2 line. It's definitely up to you. All right, now what we're gonna do is take our waistband, put it flat, and overlapping them by 0.5. So you should have a circle like this. Now, because you overlap, what we're gonna do, simply do a line, and actually even a rectangle if you want. Just make sure that it's very solid and that it won't break. So here we go. We have this. I can go ahead and cut this thread, and you should be left with a circle. Now let's find the 4 corners of this waistband. So how to do this, you're just gonna fold in half, and with a white chalk you're gonna mark all the ends. So we have 1, let's find the other side. Okay, so now we have 2 marks. We're gonna place each marks on top of each other or together and find the other sides. So here's 1, and if I align the center ones together and do the same thing, you should have the other one. And now I have 4 marks. Let's repeat the same thing with the short. All right, to find the 4 corners, you're gonna use the same technique, starting with the middle back or the center back, folding the shorts in half, finding the front, and then aligning the front notch with the back to find the 2 other sides. Do not use the side seams, just use the technique to find your 4 corners. So now that we find our 4 corners, what we're gonna do is take our waistband, pull it on the inside of the short, right sides facing each other. Well, there's no right side, but this is the right side. I'm gonna align it with the mark, and at 0.5 I'm just going to start sewing all around the short brim. So here we go. So I'm at 0.5. Directly I'm gonna start pulling. So this is the snip. I need to align it with this mark. So this is what we need to do. At 0.5 again. And keep going all the way around. All right, so here is the short. As you can see, all the gathers are pretty even. And now what we're going to do is we're going to fold on the inside like that and fold again. Now this is gonna look weird, but don't worry. This seam line should match the other seam line. And what I'm gonna do is just pin on top. Now, going at the back, I'm going to fold once and fold twice. And that seam line should match the other seam line. And what I'm going to do is pin. I'm going to repeat the same thing on the side seams. I'm going to fold once and fold again. Now the seam line should also match the other seam line. And pin. And lastly, I'm going to do it one more time for the other pocket. Open the seam, fold once, and fold twice. And pin the top. And now you should see your waistband. So what we're gonna do is go on the sewing machine, and by pulling each pin, we're going to stretch our waistband and sew a top stitch line over here. Let me show you on the sewing machine. Okay, so what I did, I started by inserting my needle on the side seam, and what I'm going to do with this hand is pull. Make sure my waistband is flat, and I'm going to top stitch. Okay, so again, pull. And top stitch. Making sure that all seams are matching. I'm gonna pull on both sides. Okay. And voila, here's the finished result. This was the test that I did before. The pockets were wrong, now they're much better. But yeah, definitely make sure you press everything nicely so that it looks professional. This is sample fabric, so it's not meant to be worn. However, it will be by my sister. She's gonna wear these because she likes them. But this is the inside. If you want all of your seams, you can give them an overlock or a binding to make them look more luxe. But this is it, very simple. If you have any questions, please make sure you reach out to me via email or on Instagram, and I will definitely assist you. Thank you very much. Have a good day.